Today I'm going to talk about why I do videos and why you should too. Hey everybody, Darren Slaughter, DarrenSlaughter.com. Today I'm going to talk about why I do videos and why I think you should be doing videos too. I do videos because this is a relationship game. I'm in B2B sales. I'm in B2B sales trying to help you do B2C sales. All in all, we're in P2P sales, which are person-to-person sales. You're a person on the other end of the screen listening to my spiel, just like Mr. and Mrs. Jones is sitting across their kitchen table from you doing your spiel. It's not about building a brand, right? Everybody that's out there talking about how the gurus are telling you to build a personal brand, it's just about building a relationship. It's just about getting people to like you enough before they meet you to pick up a phone or send you an email and say, yo, give me a shout. I want to talk about, my kitchen or my bathroom or my whatever. Something about you has to appeal to them in order for them to want to like you or want to work with you. Video is a great way, it's a great platform to have that first introduction or that first meeting or that first exposure to you. If you think about it, for a long time, lawyers and real estate agents have it right because they're everywhere, right? You go down your street, you're going to see signs for lawyers, you're going to see signs for real estate people. It's a fact that the more impressions that you have of somebody or something, the more positive you feel about it, even though you've never met them or you've never had anything to do with them. You just feel more positive about them just by seeing them a lot. That's what repetition is. But the branding part of video is really just about the introduction to the relationship that you want to start. For me, and the way this works for me, it's really about me just introducing myself for you to kind of get a feel of how I think, because we always work better together if we kind of think alike. The worst relationships I've ever had with clients are the clients who think that they're going to think about it a completely different way from the way that I think about it. Well, that doesn't work. When we both jive and we both are thinking the same thing and we're going down the path together, that's when the relationship works best, is when we kind of both drink the Kool-Aid on the same idea. So after you watch these videos, after you kind of get to know me a little bit, then you sign up for a newsletter and you get the newsletter for 6 months, and maybe I hit on something in the newsletter that makes you want to take a next step, or maybe something is happening inside of your company that says, hey, I need to fix this, and I've been listening to this guy for 6 months, so maybe I should give them a call and see what they can do. That's the introduction process. Now, I will tell you this, we run ads too. If you've been on the website, you've probably seen ads across the web for us too, because, we're in advertising. So we do ads as well because we know they work and we like to use ads. But when people finally contact me, and everybody talks to me, there's no sales floor, sales team, everybody that we onboard comes through me first. And after we get you on board, then we start to talk about different things that we do, and then we start talking about the kids and how things are going, and we have now a relationship. But when I have people that contact us through ads, the conversation and the way things go is a lot different. Here's how it goes. If you've been on the newsletter for 6 months and you reach out to me, here's how the conversation goes. Hey Darren, been reading your newsletter for 6 months. I'd like to get started with the apprentice plan. Okay. Versus an ad. Hey Darren, saw your ad, clicked on it, tell me what you could do for me. Now, clearly you can see the difference in that type of sale versus somebody who's been on the newsletter for 6 months who kind of really already has an idea. They've bought into the shit I'm talking about here, and they have a good idea that it's something that can work for them. So we're simpatico, we're thinking the same, and we're gonna go down this path together. Versus somebody who hasn't spent any time on the site, hasn't gotten a newsletter, knows nothing, and now wants me to convince them that what we do is going to work for them. Which do you want to try and do from a sales perspective every day? I'd much rather try and work with people that know me, like me, and want to do business with me because they've seen me, they've seen the videos, they've read the newsletters, they read the blog, they see the videos on the blog, and they know how I work. I imagine that's pretty much the same for you. That's where video can come in and help you convince, train, educate people who are considering doing business with you, and now they're comparing you with some videos on your website talking about how you go about building that deck or unclogging that toilet or snaking the electrical or whatever, versus the guy who just has his website with no pictures, no personality, no nothing of any substance on it other than, hi, I'm an electrician in San Diego, please hire me because I'm an electrician, I'm a San Diego electrician, so let's work together in San Diego because I'm an electrician. If you were buying, who would you buy from? You having a representation from a video standpoint which talks about how to snake a drain or how to run cabling through the wall, or your San Diego electrician working in San Diego doing electrical? It's pretty obvious, right? But I see websites that are built on that all day, and great, you can get 1,000 people a day coming to your website because you got found in SEO, but isn't anybody buying shit because nobody wants to be talked to that way? Tell me how you're going to run sconces next to my fireplace and how you're going to do it, and help me do it, and then after I realize I can't do it, I'm going to call you. That's who you want to work with, and that's who you want to be. So start doing video. Have a good one.